I do come from a small background of construction. I have a brother that's a construction owner here for 30 years here in the city. We're here in the state of Arkansas, but that's not what I do. Okay, but I love people, and I think everything should be about the people. I mean, I think if the red light ain't working, if the road don't cross, I mean, if the road is not crossing like they should, if the people in the area don't have the stores I think everything is about the people. I think growth starts with the people. Talking to the residents, you have to talk to the residents and know what they want. So when we come in and sit down, we know what to, say to the construction workers, because we know what the people of my mill want. So I think it has to be a collaboration of the residents, the commission, the contractors, the mayor, the council. It has to be a collaboration. We all have to work together because all of our ideas have to be on the same path, the same level. To get, so we meet that common goal in which what we're trying to achieve.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did you even hear about this, or what motivated you to go ahead and apply?
I've always been involved in politics on a broad level. I always had to choose sides. You're a Democrat or you're a Republican. And what I come to find out is that, sometimes those things just don't work. It may work for some, but sometimes you have to be nonpartisan. Just do what's right by the people. Because sometimes you have to lean one way when you really don't want to. So for me, working for the city, I look at it as a nonpartisan ordeal. You come in, do what's right for the people, do right for the city, and move the city forward. And just make sure the people in the city is happy. Make sure they're happy.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Councilmember Mazzoni?
I think you might have already answered this now, Aaron, but what is your strongest asset that you would bring to the Planning Commission?
I'm a good listener. I'm a good problem solver. Good at bringing people together, and that's one thing I learned from being part of politics. Bringing people together, different backgrounds. When this person against this person, just bringing common goal, bringing people to common ground. My people skills, being able to get along with people, being kind, being nice at all times. I think those are some of the strongest skills I can bring, and also the hard work, being dedicated. Like I said, I love people, and sometimes I think I may go too far sometimes, but I love people. So I think that'll be my strong quality.
Thank you. I don't have any additional questions or comments. Any final words? Last words?
I just thank you all for allowing me to stand before you all, and I appreciate you all so much for having me here.
Yeah, thank you for applying. The benefit of going first is you get to sit down and listen to the next couple folks and compare from there. Thank you very much.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, a point of technical...
Hang on, let me get your mic on for you. Yes, sir?
We are just appointing for a 1-year remaining term, is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Bateman, come on down. You're the next contestant.
Look for the wheel.
Yeah, just look for the wheel. A grand prize of if you win, you get to volunteer for no pay.
All right.
Thank you for applying. We've received a resume from you that was in the council packet, but maybe you'd like to take a minute and introduce yourself to the council.
Yes, my name is Robert Bateman. I live here, Ball Mill since 2005. My wife and I moved here from Alton, Scott. Let's see, I'm an engineer and a partner at Arkansas, almost Arkansas Co-op, that's what I was an engineer for. But at Cromwell Architects Engineers in downtown. My wife is a dental hygienist, works in Little Rock. We have 2 boys, one's already graduated and is in second year in college, and we have a younger one, sophomore in high school in Little Rock.
Well, thank you. I bet there will be a couple questions. Councilmember Saunders.
Thank you, Mayor. Mr. Bateman, I'm asking 2 questions of each of the candidates, so I'm not picking on you, and I'm trying to ask the same questions. First, in the last 1 to 2 years, how many planning commission meetings have you been to in Maumelle?
in Maumelle. I can only think probably one I can think of.
Okay, good. Second question, can you, in your own words, give me a synopsis of what the Planning Commission does for the city?
Well, I guess in looking at the different plots and of the, I guess the lands on the, in the city for that. I mean, I know very little about what the, I guess, committee probably does, other than looking at plots and, you know, regulating the different construction part of it.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Mosley.
Yes, sir. If you were to get this appointment, would you have any conflicts of interest that you might have to recuse from? Do you have any interest in construction that's going on here in Maumelle, or business aspects that might pose a conflict of interest?
And then I'm a designer, part of a design firm, so we don't do any construction, but we're not doing anything in Maumelle.
Okay.
So we do work all over the world, but we've done some stuff in, I can say some design in Maumelle, but we don't have anything active going in Maumelle, so I don't see any conflicts really.
Okay. Okay. What motivated you to go ahead and apply, and how'd you hear about it?
Well, I've seen it off and on, and then Hall Ramsey contacted me, and then so is Scott Smith. I know both those guys from doing different constructions,
Okay.
you know, in the city and around. So.
All right. Thank you very much. That's all I've got.
Thank you, Councilmember Mazzoni.
Yeah, what would be the strongest asset you would bring to the Planning Commission if you got selected?
Got selected. I guess as strong as I said, I've been in construction. I've been at Cromwell Architects and Engineers for 27 years. And now a partner there. I've been in construction probably in for probably 30 years. So, and then, like I said, my degree is engineering. Actually, it's construction engineering. So I believe the experience and working in construction and been around it for that long of time is probably a pretty big asset on my part.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Holt.
After second thought, Mr. Mayor, it wouldn't be fair, since I didn't ask the question to the previous candidate. I shouldn't pop up and ask one here that wouldn't be fair to him, so let me apologize and withdraw my question.
Not a problem. Is there any additional questions for Mr. Bateman? Mr. Bateman, final words? Last rites?
Well, thanks for the opportunity to apply, and that's it.
Outstanding. Thank you. The benefit of not going last, you get to sit down and hear one other person answer the same questions.
All right.
Thank you very much. You guys don't get to see it, but I'm having an awful lot of fun changing camera angles and zooming in. I am the producer, director, and not the star. Mr. Mallett, you're up. How are you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Not too shabby at all. We've received a copy of your resume, I'll call it, or your letter of interest here. But maybe you'd like to take a moment and introduce yourself.
Okay. I am Justin Mallett. I am an architect out of North Little Rock. Been a architect for the last 20 years. I've done just about everything from $1,000 renovations to $50 million hospital expansions, hospitals, schools, post offices, jails, a little bit of everything. And from urban design, schematic design through design development and construction administration. And my family and I moved from Sherwood to Maumelle about 4 years ago. And so we've kind of gotten plugged in, and you know, I've got a passion for design. Want to make sure that the community that I've moved into is moving in the right direction. So I thought that my experience might be worthwhile sitting on the planning board. So
Well,
that's the brief.
that's the brief version? Well, thank you. I have a feeling you'll have a couple questions, starting with Councilmember Saunders.
Okay.
Thank you, Mayor. Mr. Mallett, I'm not picking on you because the two other applicants, I asked the same questions.
Sure.
So, first question is, in the last 1 to 2 years, how many planning commission meetings have you sit on here?
0.
Okay.
I kind of watch a little bit on the Facebook and kind of pay attention when I see stuff that rolls through that's related to the planning commission, but no, I haven't sat in on any of the meetings.
Okay. The second question is, in your own words, can you give us a synopsis of what the planning commission does in the city?
Well, from my understanding, a planning commission will preside over zoning and upcoming projects and land use differences. I would say infrastructure projects or determining, if things need to be rezoned or, if you want to allow certain sizes or usages of projects to be allowed in the community. That's my understanding of the big picture. I may be way off base, but that's.
It's okay. Okay, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Mosley?
Yes, sir. If you should get on the planning commission, do you have any potential conflicts of interest? Do you have any business interests out here, or would you be maybe doing some construction out here that you already are doing or anything like that?
At the moment, no. I have done a lot of work in this area, in state, out of state, but I haven't done anything in Maumelle, so.
Okay. Usually the way that works, if you do have a conflict, you just reveal it and then you don't participate.
No, that's understood.
All righty. What motivated you to apply, and how did you hear about the opening?
Like I said, I keep the Facebook going, and I had seen a couple of things just recently on possible developments in the area, and I kind of read through that and said, I have a couple of thoughts on this, and then I looked at the planning commission, and then I saw the little announcement on the website and said, well, maybe the good Lord meant for me to see that and put my foot in the door here, so.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, and I'd like to say on behalf of just myself, all three of our candidates are just excellent people, and if you don't get it this time, try next time.
No, perfectly understood.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Councilmember Mazzoni?
Yeah, if you're selected, what would be the strongest asset you would bring to the planning commission?
I would think just a broad range of experience from a lot of different project types, and we did planning and urban planning for most of those project types, be it from strip malls, hospitals, just a little bit of everything, and so I would think that just that history would be the best asset I've got to offer.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. Any final words?
No, I appreciate you guys taking the time to chat with me.
Awesome. Thank you very much. You can have a seat. And we've got some ballots to pass around. Oh, you guys already have them? Please, when you fill them out, make sure you print your name, not handwrite them. We need to be able to see who they are. We've traditionally done this through ballot. The ballots are public record, but it's seen as we don't want to offend anyone. So please, when you get those, fold them up, crumble them up, ball them up, throw them, fold them into paper airplanes, send them down this way. And again, for the three applicants, thank you all for applying. 2 of you won't get it in a weird situation. Maybe 3 of you won't. I don't know. We'll find out. I'd encourage you to apply again. It's possible. Who knows? I'd encourage you to apply again. I believe that I have a hunch there may be another opening here very shortly. Sometimes folks are involved in the city for a long time after having not been appointed to something first go around, right? We verifying signatures too? Too soon? Can't read yours. All right, congratulations to Daryl Stevens. Thank you. Again, it comes with great pay. If you work really hard, we'll double it from 0. I'm sure Mr. Grummer will be reaching out to you here pretty quick, and we'll put you to work. To the 2 who didn't get it, please apply again. We appreciate y'all for coming out, and hopefully we didn't bore you too much with the council meeting.
Mr. Stevens, if you could stop by the clerk's office, you can speak with the deputy city clerk. She'll have your planning commission book for you.
Thank you.
All right, next order of new business is Resolution 2021-14, approving disposal of city surplus property. Madam City Clerk, if you could please read that by title only.
A resolution of the City Council of the City of Maumelle, Pulaski County, Arkansas. Resolution number 2021-14, a resolution to approve the disposal of city surplus property.
Councilmember Gardner.
Motion to approve Resolution 2021-14.
I've got a motion and a second to approve the disposal of the surplus property. Just for those watching at home, these are 2 police vehicles from 2013 and 2014 that are no longer in service. With that, is there any discussion on the motion to approve Resolution 2021-14? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
All opposed, please say no. Motion passes. Outstanding. That concludes new business. We will go ahead and move on to mayor's comments. I don't have a whole lot other than to say thank you to everyone who participated in and helped plan for and prepare for the Memorial Day services. Special thanks to Judy for planning it, and RJ, Councilmember Mazzoni, for his talk. It was very touching. It was also very nice to be out at an event again, and we're seeing more and more of returning to normal, and I think that's very good for the community, and for the community. So that concludes mayor's comments. We will move on to city council member comments. Councilmember Williams.
Yes, sir. Thank you. You mentioned earlier about Miss Jackie Johnson passing, and I have a short obituary here that I was asked to read, if you don't mind.
Please.
Okay. Jackie Lott Johnson, 83, of Maumelle, Arkansas, died June 2nd, 2021, in her home in Maumelle with her family by her side. Jackie was born November 3rd, 1937, in Houston, Texas, to Mary Elizabeth Lowry and John Wendell Wasson. Jackie is survived by her husband of 65 years, Clifford Birch Johnson, Sr., her brother, Mike Gerald Donald Taylor, son Clifford Johnson, Jr., whose wife is Julie, daughter Kimberly Ray, whose husband is Alan Miller, and grandsons Dylan Ray, Tanner Ray, Logan Ray, Luke Johnson, and Brantley Johnson. Preceding her in death are her father, mother, and her brother, Charles Gerald. A memorial service is planned for June 19, 2021 at 4 p.m. at the Maumelle Center on the Lake. Burial will take place at Memphis Memory Gardens in Memphis, Tennessee at a later date. May she rest in peace. Our former First Lady.
Thank you for that. Councilmember Saunders?
Thank you, Mayor. Y'all, this is going to be a bit unusual for a councilman comment. It's not pertaining particularly to the city, but we've lived here 20 years, and I had never heard about this program at First Security Bank. Now, if you open an account there with a given amount of money, and you're interested in traveling, they'll automatically put you into a Gold Star program for traveling internationally, nationally. It's all organized. It's like having a travel agency to set the whole thing up for you. So I thought, I'd never heard of it before, but it's great because my wife wants to travel. One of her her second trip's going to be to Hawaii. You know, I mean, they go all over the country. I mean, all over the world. So I just thought I'd mention it because I'd never heard that. So.
Councilmember Mosley?
Yes, I thought I'd mention that Jackie Johnson also, I think, ran for school board. She was involved in our community. I don't think she was successful in that, but she gave it a good shot. Thank you.
It was before my time, but my understanding is when Birch Johnson became mayor, she was pretty active and up here at City Hall a fair amount.
She's very active at Maumelle City on the Lake, Maumelle Center on the Lake, too.
Yes. Any additional council member comments? Madam City Attorney?
No comments.
Madam City Clerk? Yes, I can tell it.
No comment.
In that case, I would entertain a, by the way, just quick reminder, don't forget the Municipal League Virtual Convention is June 16th through the 18th. For those that aren't able to attend regularly, it's a great opportunity to mostly attend if you have work to handle. With that, I entertain a motion to adjourn. I've got a motion and a second. Do I hear any discussion on that matter? All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed, no. Motion carries. We are adjourned. Thank you very much.
Better be better.
Well, I may do this.